How do you deal with the demands on your time? Do you have any secrets to success for time management?
Struggle with it all the time. All the time. When we sat down and decided whether or not to close the door, that door doesn't close very often. I try to have a literal open door policy. In terms of time, I, generally speaking, with rare exception, will drop whatever's going on to take time with people. People need time. And time with leaders, people appreciate that. Generally, when they come to a leader for any interaction, even if it's small talk, they're almost always trying to check their compass. Am I in step with you? Are we on the same page here? And sometimes just a smile and a quick comment will let them know I'm probably okay, which means you have to be really careful when things aren't okay to say, hey, do you have a minute to talk about whatever, and have those hard conversations. That's just an important part of being a leader. A good manager that told me one time I was living with a problem I shouldn't have been living with. I should have dealt with it more efficiently. And he said wisely, why die every darn day? Have that conversation, get it over with. So people first, give time to them first, and then everything else has to get rearranged around that. So what you have to do is you have to plan. You have to prioritize. I ask people in interview questions all the time. You know you got 10 things to do. You know 5 of them are going to get done. What do you do? And it's interesting how few people will talk about getting those prioritized and how few people will talk about communicating with others, the stakeholders and all those things. So again, people first. Go talk to people. They'll help you figure out what's got to happen first. I put in some late nights and some extra hours because ultimately I'm a do whatever it takes to get the job done kind of a guy. And I have to watch that because that'll break rule number 1 right away, especially with my sweetheart and my family. And so you have to refer back to that. She's pretty good about speaking up and saying, we're part of the people you ought to be putting first. And she's been so patient with me and helped me do that and helped me learn from that.